This morning on DC News Now, measles exposure in the DMV. Details on the case and what you need to know about the potential risks. A rainy start to the week. Meteorologist Jackie Layer has a look at some summer heat on the horizon. Roads reopening. We're tracking your morning commute after a busy weekend in the district. A hostage held by Hamas sharing her story only with DC News Now.
I was starved. I didn't have water. I didn't have medicine. But I always say that that was nothing compared to the mental war that they took on me every single day.
Celebrating Juneteenth in the DMV. Schedule changes for commuters and events to know about.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
All right, it's 6 o'clock on your Monday morning. Thanks so much for joining us here at DC News Now. I'm Randy Bass.
And good morning. I'm Shanika Grimshaw. I'm going to track your commute in just a bit. But first, we want to track the weather to see what it's going to be like, especially when we're heading out there on the roadways. It is slick in certain parts.
Yeah, we're tracking some of that rain still sticking around. Not quite as heavy as earlier this morning, which is the good news. Some of those rain showers continuing to taper as we speak. We still have a couple of those flood warnings that are in effect. Those are those polygons, those outlines of that lime green color on your screen. So not everyone is dealing with that right now. But yes, we do have some rain showers, especially across parts of northern Montgomery County into Frederick County, Maryland. A couple of those splotches of green back out towards Fauquier County, even over towards Dale City as well. Some visibility reduced because of some fog. Now about 2 miles in Culpeper, about a mile in Woodstock. A little bit better in DC. We're now up to 10 miles, 5 miles over towards Annapolis. Today, we'll continue to see those rain showers fading away. Noon still could be dealing with a couple of those lighter sprinkles, but looks like much of the afternoon dry but cloudy and noticeably cooler. We'll see those high temperatures today into those lower 70s, similar to those highs that we had yesterday. Tomorrow will be a little bit warmer. We still have some storm chances. I'll go over the details of that coming up. But Shanika's back. The important look at those roadways. What are you seeing at the 6 o'clock hour?
All right. Hey, Jackie. Well, let's head out to Northern Virginia here. We're looking at 66 east and west, 95 north and southbound. Really, 95 is looking good. 395 really not that bad. And you're looking good over the 14th Street Bridge. Here's the part right before you head into the district, and you are seeing movement out there. On 66 heading eastbound through Marshall, you have a crash, and that's right near Maryland 17. Just look out for that. The rest of your commute in the district, things are looking pretty good. Just watch for some closures. Now it is 6 o'clock, so hopefully roadways that were closed earlier are reopening, and that was over the weekend for the Army's 250th birthday. So we did have some closures there. Hopefully they're working to clear that up and reopen those roadways. Looking at Montgomery County, though, you are seeing outer loop delays plus 29. So again, do be careful out there. Roadways are still slick.
And after this weekend's big events, roadways around the district are expected to reopen in just a few moments.
Yeah, but the rain might also have an impact on your commute. DC News Now's Yamari Sase, she's live in the weather vehicle with more. Good morning, Yamari.
Yeah, good morning, Shanika. As you mentioned, the roads are slick out here this morning. The rain is definitely lightened up, but the roads are still definitely wet, so you do want to give yourself some time. We're actually driving on Constitution Avenue right now, and the roads are finally open after the closures that we saw last week and this weekend due to the Army's 250th anniversary parade that shut down dozens of roads across D.C. with emergency no parking zones also in place. All of that has now been lifted. It is now 6 a.m. and it looks like people are heading to their destinations pretty early this morning with no issue so far. Now, some travelers even got stuck at Reagan National Airport after flights were delayed or canceled. Some flights were actually pushed back about 3 times, and the road closures included some major streets like Constitution Avenue, Independence Avenue, Pennsylvania, and even 7, 12, 14th, and 17th streets. All of those have now been open. Now, district leaders and organizers are urging people coming into DC to still use the metro, just to give yourself some time. But essentially right now, you have no issues this morning as you're heading out on the roads this morning. For now, reporting live in Northwest, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
All right, Marie, thank you. Appreciate those updates there. We turn now to a health alert where Virginia and D.C. officials are warning about a possible measles exposure. Someone with measles reportedly traveled through Dulles International Airport last Sunday in the late morning through early afternoon after traveling out of the country. That person then got on the Silver Line Metro, transferred on the Red Line, and headed toward the Shady Grove station, they say. Health officials are working to contact people who may have been exposed. Measles is highly contagious. You are asked to watch for symptoms 21 days after a potential exposure. They include fever, runny nose, watery red eyes, and a cough. To learn if you may have been exposed, head to our website at dcnewsnow.com.
And in Northwest D.C., D.C. police are investigating a shooting involving an officer after a woman allegedly refused to drop a gun. This happening near Newton Place. Officers say Saturday morning they responded to reports of a domestic disturbance. As police tried to de-escalate the incident, they say 43-year-old Nichelle Sowles pulled out a gun. Officers commanded her to drop her weapon. She did not, and an officer fired their weapon but missed. That officer also attempting to tase the woman, but that didn't work either. Eventually, officers were able to take her into custody without incident. Sowles is facing several charges, including possession of an unregistered firearm and ammunition. The officer has been placed on administrative leave, standard practice after an officer-involved shooting.
And a homicide investigation is underway in Northeast after a man was shot and killed. It happened on 16th Street early Sunday morning. The man was not conscious when officers found him and medics tried to save him. As of yesterday afternoon, no arrests had been made and police have not released the man's name. They are urging anybody with information to give them a call.
And police are investigating after a woman was found shot near a swimming pool in Southeast. This happened Saturday night in Anacostia Park. She was rushed to the hospital where she is expected to recover. And as of yesterday, police have made no arrest. They say if you know anything, you're asked to give them a call.
Turning now to updates on a major national story. The man suspected of killing a Minnesota lawmaker and her husband is now in police custody. Minnesota Police Chief calling this the largest manhunt in the state's history. Police say Vance Bolter was found in the woods near his home after officials found his car abandoned in a rural area. Police set up a large perimeter and called in 20 tactical teams. 57-year-old Bolter allegedly shot and killed Democrat former House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband inside their home. Bolter also allegedly shot and injured Democratic State Senator John Hoffman and his wife. Officials have not given any details yet on a possible motive, but Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has called this a politically motivated assassination.
We must all, Minnesota and across the country, stand against all forms of political violence. Those responsible for this will be held accountable.
The Associated Press says law enforcement agents gathered several AK-style firearms from the suspect's vehicle.
And in the wake of the Minnesota shooting, Fairfax County Police say they'll be increasing security near the homes of legislators. In a tweet on Saturday, police revealed their plans, saying, quote, any direct personnel contact with elected officials at their homes by FCPD will include 2 uniformed police officers. Police also say they found no intelligence linking the attacks to Fairfax County. And across the country, No Kings rallies protesting President Trump and the military parade Saturday. Here at home, rallies held in McLean, Arlington, Rockville, and Silver Spring. Those involved say they protested to oppose DOGE cuts to federal workers, government agencies, and the White House's handling of immigration enforcement.
Our message is no kings in America. Basically, no kings in the United States. That this country was founded on the concept of a government of the people, for the people, by the people, and it doesn't depend on one person and one person having all the power.
And in Maryland, Democrat U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen made an appearance at the protest taking place in Rockville Saturday. He spoke to protesters and shared more about their efforts in Congress.
People are saying is, in the United States of America, it's we the people. It's not one person, it's not the king, it's not an authoritarian leader. We designed our entire system to make sure that one person could not seize total control.
Senator Van Hollen also made statements about Abrego Garcia at the protest, stating that his case has always been about protecting his constitutional rights. He says Garcia's case belongs in the United States so he can get his due process.
Police in Culpeper County, Virginia say a 21-year-old man allegedly drove an SUV through a crowd of protesters at a No Kings rally on Saturday. Officials say at least one person was hurt. They say Joseph Cheklik Jr. intentionally accelerated his vehicle into the dispersing crowd, hitting at least one person with that car. The Culpeper Democrats shared a message on their Facebook page saying, quote, "Thank you to Culpeper Police for your quick response and keeping our protest safe."
And DC News Now is your local election headquarters. Tomorrow, Virginia voters head to the polls for primary races, but they will not be choosing between candidates for the governor's race. Democrat Abigail Spanberger and Republican Winsome Earl Sears are both running unopposed on the top of the statewide ticket. But in the lieutenant governor's race, there are 6 Democrats running to be the party's nominee. And while on the Republican side, John Reed does not have a primary opponent. The Commonwealth has open primaries, which means you do not need to be registered with a political party to cast a ballot. For more on Tuesday's primaries, just head to our website at dcnewsnow.com.
And as the race for Virginia's governor heats up, both candidates are promising to eliminate the car tax if they are elected. The personal property tax is largely loathed in the Commonwealth. A Virginia Tech political science professor says it's simply good politics for Democrat and former Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger and Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears to promise to get rid of it.
Candidates in general like to have that distilled messaging, also that's easy to remember, and more than that, most people, most of the time, don't pay that much attention to electoral politics or to policy. And so for all of those reasons, it's a good way to make the message out there, get the message out there, and to keep reinforcing it in a simple, easy to remember fashion.
And regardless of who is elected, Professor Halt says they'll face an uphill battle when it comes to getting rid of that tax. The Democratic-controlled General Assembly rejected Governor Glenn Youngkin's proposal to do just that during this year's General Assembly session.